Tonight, an Ionia pastor is off the hook after he failed to report allegations of child abuse to police. Pastor John Prominski of the Resurrection Life Church argued the conversation he had with the suspect was protected. 24-Hour News 8's Danny Carlson talked to the pastor after today's legal win, and here's her report from Ionia.
It's a case county prosecutors tell us they hope sets a precedent, giving some guidance one way or the other what clergy has to tell police. This round goes to Pastor John Prominski and his fight for privilege, as did the first one. In front of a courtroom packed with Prominski's church members, a second judge dismissed charges against him that accused him of not reporting child abuse to police. The judge agreed all of Prominski's conversations were and are privileged.
We've been, transparent about everything from the beginning. We've hidden nothing, and just appreciate the show of support. It means the world. It was wonderful.
No one disagrees with the basic facts that a woman approached Prominski back in 2009 saying she thought her husband may be sexually abusing her daughters. Prominski didn't report the allegations to police, but rather counseled the man, who denied everything. But then 2 years later, the same woman came to Prominski with more and more serious abuse allegations. This time, Prominski told the woman she'd have to tell police or he would. That man was convicted of criminal sexual conduct in 2011. He's still in jail.
In both cases, the situations were the same. He just made the distinction based on what he thought about the facts that were reported to him. And again, that's not how the privilege works, and that's not what he gets to decide under the mandatory reporter law.
Prosecutors say it was Prominski's duty to tell police right away. They argue privilege doesn't apply since the woman wasn't confessing her own sins, but the sins of her husband. They plan to appeal the decision within the week, saying that there's no case law about this issue and the state needs some.
The clergy-penitent privilege, I think, is something we take for granted in this country.
But the defense says the privilege is absolute, that it doesn't matter who told the pastor, and even argued the mother was possibly talking in some ways about her own actions.
Isn't that disclosing perhaps her own failings? Perhaps her own sin, if you want to call it that, her own lack of good judgment of marrying somebody such as this?
Given the information, the situation that I was in, I made the best call I could have made.
Prominski tells 24-Hour News 8 his church plans to keep up business as usual. In Ionia, Danny Carlson, 24-Hour News 8.